Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate TV. Welcome to the Coast to Coast Racing Network here on this Thursday night. And it is time for your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Fall Season Week number 8. Tonight we come to you from the biggest dirt track on the iRacing.com service, USA International Speedway, as we have got 24 drivers signed into the virtual pit area for tonight. Let's take a look at heat race number 1 and your starting lineup on the pole position. It'll be Jason Butterfield, car number 93, to the outside of the front row in the Team RWB car number 7 machine, Bob DeGood from position number 2. Going back to the second row from position number 3, driving the dirt track bank car number 31 machine, that is Brandon Templeton. To his outside, driving your AMR 007 machine of Michael Vecchio from position number 4. We go to your fifth starter in car number 75, driving more of our management entry, that is Stephen Bixler. He will start from position number 5. From position number 6, the Team RWB 513 car of Jeffrey Barker. And then you go back to the final row, final 2 positions from position number 7, driving car number 2, the GKM entry, that is Cody Graham. He's outside, driving the ATR, Alex Pomelo will start from position number 8. The cars are lined up, ready to go racing here from USA International Speedway. Gambler Motorsports, Thursday Night Thunder, the top-notch trucking 358 modifieds here tonight from the USA International Speedway. The Steve King Foundation safety car is to the infield, and we are ready for a start. Green flag, 8 laps is the distance here for heat racing action. 3 heats as heat number 1 is underway. Butterfield looked good there in the opening couple of turns, but it was Bob DeGood who got the run down the back straight away. Brandon Templeton in car 31 sits back there in position number 3. Then you go back to Stephen Bixler 4th. We got Jeffrey Barker round. No yellows in heat racing competition, so we stay green. Oh, Bob DeGood half spun the car. Butterfield nowhere to go. Pomelo's found his way to position number 3. Bixler's found his way up into the runner-up position, but the big winner so far, Brandon Templeton, into the race lead. Oh, look out, problems for Alex Pomelo. He's lost the spot. Vecchio will move up to position number 3. And right now, it's Brandon Templeton who has a 1 second advantage. Bob DeGood, Cody Graham there just to the right of your screen as well. We put another lap into the books here at USA International Speedway. Again, Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder. And what is fall season? Week number 8. And again, we continue in heat race number 1, the top-notch trucking 358 modifieds. Watching Bob DeGood on screen, that Team RWB number 7 machine trying to track down the 397 car of Alex Pomelo. And just to the right of your screen now, moving out of screen, was the 2 car of Cody Graham. Follow Gash, appreciate it. Continue to work in another lap here at the USA International Speedway, heat race number 1. And Brandon Templeton coming to 2 to go. He's got a massive lead of 1.7 seconds over Stephen Bixler. He's right through the middle of the racetrack into that first and second turn. Vecchio runs the inside, slides it up just above the slick. He'll be mid-track there on the exit of turn number 2 and down the back straight away, but the white flag getting set to fly. The dirt track bank, car number 31 car of Brandon Templeton. Just got the wall not once but twice, make that 3 times down the front straight away. He's got through that first and second turn here on the final lap. Just a couple of left-hand turns to go. Heat race number 1 about to be complete here at USA International Speedway. Top-notch trucking Heat race number 1, done and dusted. Brandon Templeton gets the Stephen Bixler will come home in that second spot. And you go back to Michael Vecchio in third, Alex Pomelo fourth, Bob the Good going to run out your top 5. Then you go back to Cody Graham as heat race number 1 results coming up on screen. Cody Graham in 6th, Jeffrey Barker 7th, and Jason Butterfield in position number 8. Heat number 2, drivers will line up like this on the pole position, driving the 888 machine. That is Steve Moore to the pole position. To the outside of the front row, driving the Scooby-Doo caliber 72 entry from position number 2. That is Zach Chapman. Then we go back to the second row inside from position number 3, driving car number 83 of Dylan Kinsey. To his outside, driving the fast 63, Joseph Musso will start from position number 4. Position number 5, driving car number 32 for Full Throttle Motorsports. That is Anthony Morano. To his outside from position number 6, driving that KSR number 20 machine of Blake Chapman from position number 6. Isaac Sellis lines up the Super Dirt Car Series Venom Racing number 5 machine from position number 7, and to the outside from position number 8, driving the fast 61 car of Jacob Musso. He will line up out of position number 8. Cars are already down into turn number 3. We were scheduled to have 8 cars, but however, your pulsar to Steve Moore unfortunately did not make the call for heat race number 1. So that'll move that inside to row up, but of course that'll give Dylan Kinsey the pole position as we go green down into turn number 1. Kinsey, Zach Chapman now cuts it back down to the inside. They drag race down the back straight away. 83 car of Kinsey, but here comes a Scooby-Doo slide job down into turn number 3 of Zach Chapman, and he got tied, and he goes from the race lead, he goes from hero nearly back to 0. Salas up the inside now on Blake Chapman as they work down into 1 and 2. Joseph Musso, the 63 car, has got Anthony Morano looking down to the inside, down through the first and second turn. But Musso, that's Joseph in the 63 car. Oh boy, look down Zach Chapman. Contact there with Salas. It was down the midway point of the back straightaway. Lap number 2 will belong to Dylan Kinsey. Winner of this one will start outside front row of tonight's main event in the top-notch trucking 358 modified division. 3 races on the program here tonight for Gambler Motorsports and Thursday Night Thunder. Morano to the inside of Musso into turn number 3, off at turn number 4. Morano, Musso probably had a fight just a front bumper, and that is all that what it was. Morano, here comes Isaac Salas now trying to cut it out of the inside. He'll now get to the inside of the 63 car of Musso down the back straightaway, and now Salas trying to come after Morano. Morano holds strong right through the middle of the racetrack. 4 down, 4 to run. Heat race number 2. No yellows in heat racing competition. Joseph Musso 4th, Blake Chapman 5th. Just there to look at the right of your screen. There it is on screen. Then you go back to the 72 car of Zach Chapman. Jacob Musso back there in position number 7. We put another lap into the history books here tonight at the USA International Speedway. Dylan Kinsey still your race leader right now over Anthony Morano in 2nd spot. Isaac Sellis in 3rd position. And at the moment, that is your top 3 on screen. Coming to 2 to go. Popsicle sticks around. Heat race number 2 of 3. Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Fall Season Week number 8. Top-notch trucking 358 modified division will have the catalytic recovery big blocks after this one. Then the NASCAR Next Gen Cup cars. Travis Piercefield will have the call for that one live right here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Coming to 1 to go. Musso, Joseph Musso closed in there on Salas. That was in turns 3 and 4. Kinsey opens up the door. Oh, Salas catches the wall. And he'll go from 3rd to 7th. Not what Isaac Salas wanted or needed. However, into turn number 3, about to come off turn number 4, leading all 8 laps of heat race number 2, Dylan Kinsey. Kinsey will get the win. Dylan Kinsey, your winner in heat race number 2. Anthony Morano 2nd. Joseph Musso third, Blake Chapman 4th, Zach Chapman 5th, Jacob Musso 6th, Isaac Sellis in 7th, and of course Steve Moore did not make the call for heat race number 2. Heat number 3, they will line up like this. Kelly Wheeler lines up the 11 machine to the pole position, to the outside of the front row. Position number 2, driving the dirt track bank, 122, Brian Dickens. Second row inside, position number 3, driving car number 4, Scott Rayomi to his outside, the 218, dirt track bank, GY6R Ren entry. That is Kurt Schatzer from 4. From position number 5 in car number 18, that is Logan Wentz to the outside for position number 6 in car number 14 of Brennan Lacey. Position number 7 with the 76 car of Harold Clumpin to the outside for position number 8. From 8, it's the 25 of Gary Sicklecow. 8 cars, so a total of 23 of the 24 drivers have signed into the pit area. Have started heat racing competition. Oh, Dickens coming down the racetrack there into the side of the Kelly Wheeler entry, the number 11 machine. They somehow kept it going. And Brian Dickens is going to lead that one. He will lead down the back straightaway. Keep an eye on Schatzer. Schatzer's very quick here in the modified division. Schatzer out of the outside on Wheeler. Wheeler will fall back to the third spot. Here comes Brennan Lacey in that number 14 machine. Half the cars going up above the slick, down into turn number 1. Couple of cars working down to the inside as they look for maximum traction here at the USA International Speedway. Oh, Wheeler! Wheeler going from the pole position back to last position, and not a happy hunting ground right now for Kelly Wheeler in that number 11 machine. Meanwhile, still out in front, it is the 122 car, the dirt track bank entry of Brian Dickens. Schatzer looking to close in here on the race lead. Couple of tenths of a second and makes it now up. Makes its way to 3/10 of a second. Quickly closes back down to under 2/10. First and second on screen. Brian Dickens, Kurt Schatzer. They run 1 and 2 at the moment. Brendan Lacey, Logan Wentz, Gary Sicklecow. You make up your top 5. Clump, Rayomi and Wheeler. In positions 6, 7 and 8. Schatzer diving down to the inside. Pulls up alongside Brian Dickens. Boy, really got some entry speed in that 218 machine. Something to maybe think about for the 122 machine. 5 down, 3 circuits to go, 2 1/4 miles around USA International Speedway. Schatzer goes inside once again. Dickens holds firm right through the middle of the racetrack. He knows that's the line to be, and that is the place to be at the moment here in heat race number 3. 2 to run for Brian Dickens from the outside of the front row starting position. Schatzer now opting to go upstairs. Brennan Lace in the DG number 14 machine. Looking racy as he starts to close in on the top 2, but now once again Kurt Schatzer, he is all over the back of Brian Dickens down into turn number 3, off at turn number 4, still no change, he's all up on that rear bumper and about to get up all inside that grill. White flag is out, 1 lap left to go. Brian Dickens, Kurt Schatzer, Brennan Lacey, top 3 on screen. Working down the back straightaway for the final time. Dickens has just got 2 more left-hand turns to hold on to a heat race number 3 victory off at turn number 4. Logan Wentz put the news out. Brennan Lacey. Brian Dickens, your winner of heat race number 3. So your third and final heat race is done and dusted. We'll take a look at your official results coming up. We've got a warm-up session slated upon us right now. Dickens will get the win over Kurt Schatzer, Brennan Lacey, Logan Wentz, Scott Rayomi, your top 5, Kelly Wheeler, Gary Sicklecow and Harold Clump to make up your top 8. We'll take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Come back in a few moments' time. You're watching Top-Notch Trucking 358 Modified Division of Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder.
has her first point. Yeah, Lucy Olsen, talented sophomore.
And we are back here on Ultimate TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It is now time for your main event of the top-notch trucking 358 modified divisions. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set to take a look at your starting lineup for tonight's feature event. And on the pole position, it's going to be Brandon Templeton from position number 2, Dylan Kinsey. From position number 3, Brian Dickens. Position number 4, it's Stephen Bixler. Position number 5, Anthony Morano. Position number 6, Kurt Schatzer. Position number 7, Michael Vecchio, Joseph Musso at a position number 8. Brennan Lacey from position number 9, Alex Pomelo from position number 10. Blake Chapman from position number 11, Logan Wentz from position number 12. Position number 13, it's Bob DeGood. Position number 14, it's Zach Chapman. 15th, it'll be Scott Ryomi and Cody Graham at a 16. Position number 17, Jacob Musso. Position number 18, Kelly Wheeler. Position number 19, Jeffrey Barker. Position number 20, Isaac Salas. Position number 21, Gary Singlecow. Position number 22, Jason Butterfield. Position number 23 is going to be vacant. He did not make the call. That was meant to be Steve Moore. And Harold Klopp will start from position number 24. It's time to go racing here at the USA International Speedway. Gambler Motorsports, Thursday Night Thunder, top-notch trucking, 358 modified divisions, 23 starters, 30 laps on the board. The Steve King Foundation safety car is to the pits. And ladies and gentlemen, let's get dirty for 30 here on the longest dirt track on the iRacing.com service. USA International Speedway. Brandon Templeton, Dylan Kinsey down the back straight away. Dylan Kinsey's got the lead. Templeton works to the inside, down into 3 and 4. Dickens, Bixel, they'll go side by side. Morano and Shatter will also go wheel to wheel. Lap number 1 belongs to Dylan Kinsey, and here comes Brandon Templeton down to the inside, down into turn number 1. Kinsey's got a run off turn number 2. Bixler, Dickens, Schatzer, Morano, Joseph Musso in the 63 car. Look at this, there's your top 7, making top 8, now throwing top 9, top 10 on screen. Oh boy, it is going to get a little bit chaotic here at the USA International Speedway. 2 in the books, and we go yellow for the first time tonight. In fact, I believe it's going to be Isaac Salas here. In the 5 car. Just catching the back end of that one. Coming in there on the front straight away. The 5 goes around the 76 of Clump, also in Vibe, the 93 of Jason Butterfield. So you see those cars coming back and getting some quick repairs done to their racing machines. The 358 modified. There is your race leader, Dylan Kinsey. Picked up heat race number 2 victory earlier on tonight. So still not done with just yet here tonight. Of course, we do have the catalytic recovery big block modifieds to come from this very racetrack, USA International Speedway. Week number 8 of the 2023 fall season. And then after this one, the NASCAR Next Gen Cup cars will go to Homestead. Of course, next week, week number 9, here on Thursday Night Thunder, we'll go to the newest dirt track on the iRacing.com service, Kern County Raceway. And then we'll follow it up with Lucas Oil for week number 10. Week 11 we'll go to Williams Grove. And then week number 12 we will be at the famed Eldora Speedway to wrap up week number 12. So still plenty of action to come for this Thursday Night Thunder. Gambler Motorsports fall season. And of course, not only that, here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network all throughout the week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and even now on Friday nights. Here we go, getting ready to go back green with the double file restart, and Dylan Kinsey, seeing as though he is your pole sitter, or he was the race leader, he has option for lane choice. And he has chosen that outside line. No surprise. Safety car goes in. The green flag goes up. The throttle goes down. And we're back underway. And it's going to be Dylan Kinsey once again. He'll use that outside line to his advantage off turn number 2 and take command of this race. And now here comes Kurt Schatzer on the 218 machine to the outside of that number 31 car entry of Brandon Templeton. So it's the dirt track bank 31 machine of Brandon Templeton. Going to slide up back up into the runner-up position, but not before we go back yellow. They can move so in the 61 car. Ooh. Jason Butterfield. Trying to avoid that little incident there, and just unfortunately got the car upside down, getting a little bit of a turtleneck, and he will now go back to the pits, and I believe that will be his night done and dusted. like that. Quick back-to-back caution here from the USA International Speedway. So caution number 2 should put us under what should be a single file restart, seeing as though we didn't get a lap completed. Lights should go out on the Steve King Foundation safety car. That they do. Well, it looks like we're going to go back to double file restarts here. So Kinsey once again choosing to restart on the outside of that front row. Safety car goes in, green flag goes up and down, the throttle is smashed and we're back underway with what is going to be lap number 4 completed. So we did in fact technically get a lap in. Seeing if these drivers can keep a handle on their race cars. Schatzer still trying to work over the 31 car. Brandon Templeton, Tony Scott, 32 car. Milano closing in. Dickens and Pomeroy, they'll go side by side. Now Pomeroy gets the inside of the 75 car of Stephen Bixler down into turn number 1 and 2. Bixler holding on to a top 5 position, but not for long because Pomeroy just snuck up the inside. Now here comes Brian Dickens. I'll go 3 wide off turn number 4. Make it 2 wide. Meanwhile, Morano, Schatzer and Templeton, they were having a nice little battle in turns 3 and 4 there just on the previous lap. Bixler, however, still holding on to position number 5. Pomeroy back up the inside. Brian Dickens nowhere to go at this stage. Unfortunately, well, the door now does open up for the 122 cars. It was contact between Pomeroy, Bixler, going to go around. He's on the infield. He's on the grass. Problems for the 25 of Gary Sigelkarl as well. Yellow, the 63 car Joseph Lusso had issues. 25 literally nowhere to go on that exchange. Right, just going to fix something up here on the broadcast. Give me about 30 seconds. We should be going back green in a couple of moments' time. So I'm just going to play one quick commercial just while I get something fixed up. Right, hopefully that should look a little better there. Just getting some back-end things fixed up. Sometimes these little issues happen to just happen to fly on the odd occasion. And rather than show what we don't want to show up on screen, we get just gives us an opportunity just to play a quick little commercial break for that one. Big night once again here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Lights are out. Single file restart is what it looks like it'll be right now. So Kinsey, Templeton, Schatzer, your top 3. Morano, Pomelo, your top 5. Dickens, Chapman, Zach Chapman, that is, Lacey, Graham and Wentz make up your top 10. Who's going to be the biggest movers and shakers in this one? We'll chat to your top 3 post-race from 3rd, 2nd and 1st. And then get ready for the big block modifieds to come later on after this one. But we've still got plenty of action to come here from the USA International Speedway. Green flag is out. And again, it's still in Kinsey, a race leader. Look out, here comes the 32 car of Anthony Morano. Close in on the 218 car of Kurt Schatzer. Schatzer dies it down to the middle of the racetrack. Goes Brandon Templeton, who works it upstairs into turn number 3 and 4. And Morano is all the way down to the inside. They'll all go up to the top of the racetrack into turn number 1 and 2. First, second, third, fourth, make that second, third and fourth. Now on screen, Templeton, Schatzer and Morano. Just coming in the screen behind the timing tower is your race leader, Dylan Kinsey. Now look at it, comes Zach Chapman in that 72 car. Trying to work over the 122. Meanwhile, Morano goes from 4th to 2nd, but will now go from 2nd back to 4th in the space of 2 turns. Templeton and Schatzer both protecting that inside line down into 3 and 4. Morano, did he play his hand too early? Schatzer looks for the slide job. No. Wasn't going to carry enough speed or momentum through that first and second turn to make it stick. Of course, opting to back out of it to stay and make sure that car didn't go any higher than mid-track. Templeton was good enough to get around him. Morano in 4th position, now down to the low side into turn number 1 off turn number 2. He's still half a lane lower, or a full lane lower than what Kurt Schatzer is at the moment, and Schatzer is running in 3rd position. Closing in, a couple of laps away now from half race distance. Schatzer took 2nd away in the middle of turn number 1 and 2, but by the time they got off turn 2 to get onto the back straightaway, yellow is out. It was Brandon Templeton who got back to the 2nd spot. And that will, of course, send us will bring us back under the caution flag once again. Lights will stay on the iRacing.com/Steve King Foundation safety car. Stephen Bixler went back to the pits and got some running repairs. Logan Wentz we can see in the pit area. He would have used a virtual tow. So there is that 18 machine. So sitting at 2 to green, we should be going 1 to green, which means if we look at, say, 45 seconds a lap under yellow flag conditions, Logan Wentz might be able to come back out here. Just saying it's no longer than what would be about 2 minutes. I think it's about 1:45, 1:50 of towing, so keep an eye on the 218 machine. So field will stay single file. Lights are out. Logan Wentz getting ready to come back out. Look at that, right on cue. Out rolls the 18 machine as the field is getting ready to go back racing. Safety car goes in, we're back to green, 14 down, 16 to go, so 1 lap away from half race distance here at USA International Speedway. And Dylan Kinsey has led since the drop of the green flag. Schatzer dove down to the inside. They're going to make it nearly. Oh, they will make it 3 wide off turn number 2. Templeton, Schatzer, Morano. Oh, Schatzer opting to back out of this one just to try and settle the racing car, try and settle the race car in the nerves. Morano slides up in front of Templeton, so Anthony Morano move him to the runner-up position. Morano covers the inside line down into turn number 1. Here comes Pomelo trying to close in on Schatzer and Templeton. Templeton to the outside of Schatzer. And Schatzer now outside of podium position. Yellow flag is out one more time. Boy, these cautions are really not favouring anyone other than Dylan Kinsey at the moment, but I'm sure Kinsey would love to keep this one green so we can start to pull away. Back to green. Lights are out. Oh, why is that frozen? There we go. Now I'll get that. That's better. Kinsey. All right, Morano looking him down to the inside, looks for the race lead and has got it. Oh boy, Dylan Kinsey, if there's ever a time to get up on the wheel and try and reclaim the race lead, it is right now as Morano coming to 12 to go. Who will lead at the line? Will it be Morano? Yes, it will. And he had it by about 3/4 of a car length. Schatzer just caught the grass going down into turn 1, slid it up across the nose of the 31 car of Brandon Templeton. Battle on for first and second. Battle on for third and fourth as they work down into 3 and 4. Schatzer to the outside of Templeton once again. Templeton to the inside. Schatzer's gone third up the line. Now back to the inside goes Brandon Templeton. Oh boy, Alex Pomelo got a good run there. Nearly got into the back of the 218 car of Kurt Schatzer. And Pomelo had to back out of it. Meanwhile, Brian Dickens finds himself in 6th position. Zach Chapman, Brennan Lacey, Blake Chapman, Cody Graham. Let's take a look at the biggest movers through the field. The 2 biggest movers to go through this one. To move up the most spots, Isaac Sellers plus 9 positions. And Zach Chapman up 7 spots as well. There is your biggest movers. Once again, Salas and Chapman. Meanwhile, it is going to be Templeton with a move there on Schatzer. Schatzer now trying to come back at him, but he's got Alex Pomelo down to the inside. Schatzer, Pomelo works back down to the low side through turn number 1 and 2. Brandon Templeton, here he comes with a head of steam on the outside. And Brandon Templeton back to the final spot on the podium. Schatzer wants to reclaim that one, coming to 8 to go. Templeton, the right rear quarter panel, just tapping the wall once there, which somewhat straightened the car up, but now drives back around the outside of Kurt Schatzer at the start-finish line, but Schatzer ties it down low once again down into that first and second turn. Templeton with a big run once again. Oh, it's a drag race to the start-finish line. Here I was thinking we were dirt oval racing, not drag racing, but it doesn't really matter. Either or, we're still getting a good show here at the USA International Speedway. Schatzer, 3rd position. Templeton, 4th. Templeton down to the inside. Dickens trying to put the move there on Pomelo, but Pomelo drives away from Dickens, but Dickens comes back at him now. Look at the battle on for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th position. Now make it 3rd and 4th. Oh boy, Pomelo caught the wall. He'll lose 1, 2 positions. He may even lose 3. Depending on if Blake and Zach Chapman, they both get by. Now Brennan Lacey goes by. Lacey slides up across the nose of Alex Pomelo in the 397, but it's the battle on between the Chapmans, Blake and Zach. Blake in the 20, Zach in the Scooby-Doo number 72 machine. We are yellow with what will be 5 to run. Oh boy, things are starting to get interesting here in the final stages of this main event, the top-notch trucking 358 modified division. Don't forget, still to come, the catalytic recovery big block modifieds from USA. So the field will be 2 to green at the moment. Lights are out. 1 to green. And who will get the job done? The out tonight from USA International Speedway. Green flag is back out. We're back underway in the main event. And once again, it'll be Anthony Morano to lead the field. From Dylan Kinsey, Kurt Schatzer, Brandon Templeton. Kinsey nearly getting into the back of the 32 car. Just 4 laps to go, which happens to be still 3 miles around this big 3/4 of a mile racetrack. Morano, Kinsey, Schatzer, that's your top 3. Kinsey's got some company with Schatzer, but Schatzer just at the back, just by a couple of car lengths down the back straight away. We are yellow. Once again, the late race cautions coming out here at USA. All right, here we go. Lights are out. Morano. 3 laps to go. Can he hold on for a victory here tonight? The top-notch trucking 358 modified division. And the green flag flies. And again, will Anthony Morano, will he hold on to a victory here at USA? No, we're going to go yellow. So now instead of completing that lap, it's going to freeze that lap. And well, it's now just left a 2 to run. We are going to be right back. All right, lights are out on the safety car. 2 laps for Anthony Morano. If we get 1 lap in, we're going to race it out to the start-finish line. That's just the way that it works here on the iRacing.com service. Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Fall Season Week number 8 live from USA International Speedway. Steve King Foundation safety car makes the left-hand turn in, and we go back green. And Morano is a mile and a half from victory lane, but you know, Dylan Kinsey wants something to say about that one. He's all over the back of him through turn number 1 and 2. Morano and Kinsey, there's just a car length between the pair as they work down the back straight away. Penultimate lap is about to be complete, and the white flag getting set to fly. We are going to race it out to the start-finish line. Morano, he's got 4 turns, make it 3, make it 2 as he comes off turn number 2, down the back straight away for the final time here at USA International Speedway into turn number 3, off for turn number 4. Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Fall Season Week number 8, top-notch truck. What a way to cap off what has been a pretty good showing of the 358 modifieds. Let's take a look at your official results after 30 laps. Anthony Morano gets the win over Dylan Kinsey in second, Kurt Schatzer in third, Brandon Templeton fourth, Brian Dickens rounds out the top 5, Blake Chapman in 6th, Coney Graham 7th, 8th is Isaac Salas, Kelly Wheeler 9th, Michael Vecchio rounds out your top 10, Jeffrey Barker 11th, 12th was Bob DeGood, 13th Logan Wentz, 14th Stephen Bixler, 15th Joseph Musso, 16th was Brennan Lacey, 17th Harold Klum, 18th Jacob Musso, Scott Rayomi in 19th, then you go back to Zach Chapman in 20th, Alex Pomelo in 21st, Gary Sigelco 22nd, Jason Butterfield in 23rd, and we know Steve Moore did not make the call for tonight after having those issues, some engine issues on that Triple Eight machine all night long. Will be credited with a 24th place finish. We wait for the drivers to get out of the virtual cockpits of the race car, and we'll of course chat to your top 3 being Anthony Morano, Dylan Kinsey and Kurt Schatzer. And of course we will start it off with Kurt Schatzer, who's come home in 3rd place. Then we'll chat to Dylan Kinsey home in 2nd spot. And then to wrap up the night will be Anthony Morano in 3rd. Let's chat to 3rd place driver Kurt Schatzer right now. Kurt, congratulations on this 3rd place. I'm going to say that was a hell of a battle between yourself and Brandon Templeton there for the majority part of that race. I mean, after 30 laps here at USA, are you finally going to get that one in?
Yeah, Brett, that was a little more yellow flag pacing than I would have liked to have done. But the green flag racing between Templeton and I thought we had a hell of a race. I had a fast car. I think if we had a little more green flag laps, I might have had something there to try to race down Morano for the lead there. But all in all, it was a pretty good race. Happy with the podium finish. Every race I entered this week, we got a podium, so I'm happy on that one.
All right, still got plenty of racing to come here tonight. Now, I guess the attention turns to the big blocks. In recent weeks, I guess that the tracks have been very, very different to what we've seen from the 358s to the big blocks. Do you expect a similar sort of outcome that, you know, when you load into the big blocks, that the track is going to be a little different?
No, I pretty much go into it thinking it's going to be the same and just try to slow the speed down of the car. This USA, I mean, we're carrying a whole lot of speed in these tight corners and just try to get it slowed down so we don't slide up on the guy above us. But looking forward to the big block race there, and we'll see what we can do.
Kurt, well done on 3rd place. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 218 machine.
Yeah, I got to thank Dirt Track Bank and Jay and everything they do to support different racing series all around the country, and our iRacing series we got going on with Friday Night Lights and Got Your Six Racing Network. All the boys on Hammer Down Racing, Brandon Templeton, Brian Dickens. I think we all made it out tonight and had a pretty decent showing at it. And coast to coast, giving a place to race, and you coming out and doing the broadcast for us.
Kurt, one on third place. We look forward to seeing you back here in a few moments' time for the big block modifieds.
Thank you, sir.
Kurt Schatzer in third place. Home in second spot tonight is the 83 car of Dylan Kinsey. Dylan, congratulations on this runner-up finish here tonight. You led, I think it was about 23, 24 laps of that feature event. Probably one that got away from you there in the end, but second place, nothing to sneeze about.
Oh, for sure. It's a great finish. I knew I didn't have the fastest car. Those cautions kind of helped me out. If it stayed green, I don't think I would have been able to hold off Templeton, at least if it stayed green early.
It was always going to be a tough task to win here tonight, or win any time that you come out and race the coast to coast. I mean, what was after your heat race? What sort of game plan did you have in mind?
My game plan, I was just gonna run the same line that I ran in the heat race. Then once I lost the lead, I seen Morano hit the bottom on in 1 and 2, and that's when I realized that came back. So I started hitting the bottom.
Well, Dylan, congratulations on this runner-up finish here tonight at the USA International Speedway. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved in this 83 machine.
Yeah, Dean Reynolds at Super Dirt Car, Morano Racing, letting me in their Discord. You, Brett, for doing the broadcast, everyone at Coast to Coast. Bowman Designs for the wrap. Everyone that makes this happen, Swan Speed Shop and Open Sets. Just got to thank everyone.
All right, there we go. Dylan Kinsey home in second spot. Home in first place tonight, it's the 32 car of Anthony Morano. Anthony, well done on the victory here. And after 30 laps, I think you led 5, 6, maybe 7 laps, but you led the most important one, and that was the final one. Well, first of all, were you nervous at the end there on that green-white checker?
Oh, absolutely, bro. I mean, those late race restarts are always nerve-wracking. It's, all about timing on how quick you can get out of the gate there, and don't screw up turn 1 while you're concentrating on not spinning the tires coming out and just keeping the car straight as possible.
What's it like to try and run sort of the small blocks and even the big blocks? I guess you've probably done some laps here in a big block, but what's it like trying to put 30 consistent laps here on the longest dirt track we have here on the iRacing.com service?
Yeah, you really got to make sure you have your head right, because just the slightest slip up here will totally just destroy you. And it's weird because it's such a big track, but it's still so technical.
Anthony, congratulations on taking out the win in the top-notch trucking 358 modified division. We look forward to seeing what you can do in the catalytic recovery big block modifieds. But before we let you go and get prepared for that one, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 32 car that helped get you to victory lane.
I got to thank my wife, Sherry, for dealing with me on here too much. My teammates at FTM, Hi Mom Lens, Super Dirt Car Series, Swan Speed Shop, DJ Sim Shop, and GripHack.com.
Anthony, congratulations on the win. We'll see you back very shortly.
Thanks, Brett.
There we go. Anthony Morano home in position number 3 here tonight. Home in position number 1 in the 32 machine from the USA International Speedway. And that will do it for us here for the moment. The top-notch trucking 358 modified division is done and dusted. We have our catalytic recovery big block modifieds to come. So with that being said, we'll take this opportunity to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Come back with your big block modifieds live from USA International Speedway. You're watching Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder live on Ultimate Dirt TV, live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our weekly race chat.
Adam Ross and Clinton Jeffrey are live and interactive every Tuesday night. Rivals Race Chat is your home for race discussion, debate, news, interviews, and more. They'll even take your questions and comments live on the air and talk to some of the newsmakers each week. Tune in every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on GeForce TV.
For Lucy Olsen, she has her first point. Yeah, Lucy Olsen, talented sophomore.
All right, we are back here on Ultimate TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It is now time for your big block modifieds, thanks to Catalytic Recovery. As we get set for big block modified action to come live from the USA International Speedway, Lakeland, Florida. But what is set to wrap up race number 2 of 3 here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Again, welcome you in to Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It is now time, we're not too far away from having what will be 21 drivers signing into the virtual pit area, with 2 of those drivers unable at this stage. They are having some mechanical issues in their big block modified, so it looks like we'll have 19 cars. It was Brendan Lacey and Sean Grace who are the 2 drivers that are having some issues at the moment. Alright, checkered flag is out. We are done and dusted with the practice session, which means it is now time to go racing We're about to go racing in heat race action number 1. Let's take a look at your starting lineup. Zachary Barnsley lines up the 1 machine from position number 1. From position number 2, the 161, Terry Landis. From position number 3, it's the 5 of Isaac Salas. From position number 4, it's the 18 of Logan Wentz. Scott Raomi lines up the 4 machine from position number 5. Jason Butterfield, the 93, will start position number 6. And finishing in the runner-up position from position number 7, the runner-up from the Top Notch Trucking 358 Modified Main Event, Dylan Kinsey lines up the 83 from position number 7. Heat race number 1 of 3 here at USA International Speedway. Your catalytic recovery big block modifieds about to make their way around this wonderful venue. And again, who will take out tonight's Alright, getting ready to go racing. Catalytic recovery, big block modified, Zachary Bardsley, Terry Landis, front row of heat race number 1. Let's go racing here at USA International Speedway. Oh, Bardsley hard into the concrete wall. He'll have to come from the back of the main event. So not a happy hunting ground already for Zachary Bardsley, but it's Isaac Salas leading the way over Jason Butterfield. Salas, Butterfield, Logan Wentz. Wentz running in 3rd position. Butterfield right through the middle of the racetrack. This will complete what is lap number 3 of 8. So 5 laps left still to run here in heat race number 1. Oh boy, Salas, here comes Wentz to the inside on Butterfield through turn number 1, off for turn number 2. Oh boy, look out, almost a bit of contact there off turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Oh, Zachary Bardsley back in the pit area too. Scott Raomi, Dylan Kinsey sitting back there in 4th, 5th and 6th position. Right now it is still Isaac Salas leading the way. Heat race number 1 of 3. Like I said, we had 21 drivers signed into the pits. 19 of those drivers took a time in the hot lap session. But right now it's Isaac Salas who is leading the way in heat race number 1. Jason Butterfield still sitting in 2nd position, closing in on the back of the 5 machine. Salas of Butterfield. Go back to the top-notch striking 358 modifieds. Unfortunately, finished back in what was the 23rd position. It was the first car to go upside down after just completing about 4 or 5 laps. White flag is out, 1 to go for Isaac Salas. Jason Butterfield just a couple of car lengths away, but final 2 left-hand turns will make his way into turn number 3. Off for turn number 4, he won't be able to do anything. With the 5 machine with Isaac Salas. Heat number 1 is done and dusted. Take a look at those results on screen. There it is. Isaac Salas with the win over Jason Butterfield. Second, Terry Landis. Third, Logan Wentz. Fourth, Scott Ramey. Fifth, Dylan Kinsey. Sixth, and Zachary Bardsley in position number 7. Heat race number 2 that we'll see lining up like this. Bob DeGood on the pole position in car number 7. From position number 2, it's the 72 machine of Zach Chapman. We go back to the second row from position number 3. It is Michael Vecchio, Brandon Templeton. So it looks like Sean Grace is meant to be lining up out of position number 4. So Brandon Templeton will line up position number 5. Scheduled for position number 6 is Harold Klump, and Brendan Lacey scheduled to line up out of position number 7. However, just the 5 cars in this one, so the 2 cars that were unable to have any sort of impact here in the practice session, in the hot lap session. They will find themselves watching for what should be the remainder of the night. So 5 cars, 8 laps. Six miles, heat race number 2. Well, Bob DeGood got a good lead there on the opening lap. Michael Vecchio, here comes Zach Chapman. Vecchio runs in second position. Zach Chapman third. Brandon Templeton in fourth spot at the moment, where he was in the top-notch striking 358 modified main event. But right now, the catalytic recovery big block modifieds are on the racetrack. Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder fall season. Week number 8. Vecchio trying to run down your race leader. So it's the 7 of Bob DeGood. Michael Vecchio in the 007 machine. So it's the battle of the 7s. Bob DeGood looking to start outside front row of tonight's main event. Zach Chapman got Brandon Templeton. Templeton all over the back of Chapman down into turn number 1 and 2. So once we complete this lap, it will be official halfway home. 4 down, 4 to run. Templeton again over Chapman. Well, Chapman's still got third position at the moment. Meanwhile, Vecchio closes in on Bob DeGood for the race lead. Boy, I tell you what, Bob DeGood might have some company very, very shortly. 3.5, 4/10 of a second as it is down into turn number 3. Bob DeGood washes up a little higher now that he's really going to open up the door right now for Michael Vecchio. So he lost a 10th of a second there. Look at your top 4 on screen. Then Harold Club right there in 5th position, not too far away. But boy, I tell you what, which one of these 4 drivers will start outside front row of tonight's main event? Only time will tell. Chapman goes to the inside on Vecchio, and now Templeton goes to the inside. They go 3 wide on turn number 4. We're down into turn number 1. Templeton, Chapman side by side. Templeton's got third. Oh boy, Bob DeGood into the wall. He loses the race lead. Michael Vecchio says, "Thank you very much, Bob. I'll take that one." But not for long, because now that battle was for second, third, and fourth. Now happens to be the battle for the top 3 positions. Vecchio has got it. White flag is out. 1 lap left to go. here at USA. Heat race number 2, the Catalytic Recovery Big Block Modifieds. And Michael Vecchio has got it at the moment. Vecchio into turn number 3, off at turn number 4. Templeton makes a bit of contact. Oh, who's it gonna be? Harold from out of nowhere. Harold Klump wins that one. Look how close he is to the start-finish line. He is a whisker away, and he actually can't even move that race car. The checkered flag flies. Boy, heat race number 2, proving the goods. Harold Klump, like the Stephen Bradbury, gets the win. Zach Chapman home in second. Third will be Brandon Templeton. Michael Vecchio fourth. Bob DeGood makes up your top 5. Heat race number 3, they'll line up like this. 7 cars getting set to take to the racetrack. Kurt Schatzer will start on pole position in the 218 machine. Third in the 358 modified main event. Joseph Musso, the 63, lines up at a position number 2. Your winner of the 358 modified main event, the 32, Anthony Morano, will start position number 3. Jeffrey Barker in the 513 will start from position at number 4. Position number 5 with the 20 car of Blake Chapman to the outside from position number 6. Jeffrey Kemper line up the 181 machine. And starting shotgun at the back of this one is 7 car field. Kelly Wheeler lines up the 11 machine from position number 7. So an action-packed heat race number 2. What will heat race number 3 provide to us here from USA? Let's find out. Lights are out. Schatzer and Musso front row. Morano, Barker row 2. Chapman and Kemper row 3. Wheeler row 4 by himself. Green flag is out. And the final heat race is underway here at the USA International Speedway. 2 races left on the program, an 8-lap heat race and then a 30-lap main event. And Schatzer leads Morano. These drivers finishing 3rd and 1st in the top-notch trucking 358 modified 8 lane. About 20 minutes ago. Now, oh, look how Musso getting a little tight there into turn number 1, but now the Catalytic Recovery Big Block Modifieds. Heat race number 3 presented by Gambler Motorsports on Thursday Night Thunder. Your fall season week number 8, 2 down, 6 to run. Morano trying to close in right now on the 218 machine. That is your race leader of Kurt Schatzer. Meanwhile, Joseph Musso holds on to position number 3. Blake Chapman back there in 4. About a second away from your race leader. You see your race leader on screen right now, the 218 machine. But boy, I tell you what, here comes Morano looking to close in. He's got it under 2/10 of a second. Although just easy, almost a 10th of a second there. But it is still Schatzer continuing to lead the way over Morano, Musso, Chapman, Wheelie, a top 5. And it's the battle of the Jeffs in positions number 6 and 7. Jeffrey Barker, and Jeffrey Kemper. Halfway home in the final heat race of the night, battle on between Chapman and Wheeler. Chapman, that's Blake Chapman in the 20 machine. To the inside on Kelly Wheeler through turn number 1 and 2. Kelly Wheeler's got it at the moment. He's got 4th, does Wheeler. Starter position number 7. Boy, who is it going to be? Who will start 3rd? Who will start 6th? Of these spots that these drivers are racing for? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 and 21. That is for your starting positions in the A main later on. The winner, of course, will start position number 3. Second place finisher will start position number 6. Third place will start 9th and so on. You add 3. So it's a case of, well, you finish. It's basically one position is 2 rows essentially. 3 positions. Schatzer coming to the white flag off turn number 4. Murano once again leaving it late, leaving the run late. Murano, here he comes to the outside. Schatzer slides up. Murano dives down to the inside. Who's it going to be? They drag race down the back straightaway. Schatzer's got it. You would think that Schatzer would protect. Down into turn number 3. Off for turn number 4. He does. Kurt Schatzer. Anthony Murano. Schatzer's will win from Murano. What a way to finish. Heat race number 3. Your results quickly up on screen before we take a break. Schatzer, Murano, Musso, your top 3. Wheeler, Chapman, 4th, 5th, Parker and Kemper will come home in 6th and 7th position. We'll take an opportunity to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Come back with your main event on the other side of this quick commercial break.
How about the reverse for Lucy Olsen? She has her first point. Yeah, Lucy Olsen, talented sophomore.
And we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder full season week number 8 live tonight from the longest track on the R-Racing service. It is USA International Speedway. Good evening, race fans. Brent Wheeler. We get ready for your lineup, your starting lineup for the main event. Isaac Salas lines up the 5 machine on the front row from position number 1 to his outside from position number 2, the 76 of Harold Klump. Position number 3, the 218 machine of Kurt Schatzer from position number 4, the 93 of Jason Butterfield. Position number 5 with the 72 car of Zach Chapman from 6, the 32 of Anthony Murano. From 7 the 161 of Terry Landis. From 8 the 31 of Brandon Templeton. From 9 the 63 of Joseph Musso. From 10 the 18 of Logan Wentz. From 11 the 007 of Michael Vecchio. From 12 the 11 of Kelly Wheeler. From 13 the 4 of Scott Ramey. From 14 the 7 of Bob DeGood. From 15 the 20 of Blake Chapman. From 16 the 83 of Dylan Kinsey. From 17 is meant to be Grace. From 18 is Jeffrey Barker. From 19 the 1 of Zachary Bardsley. From 20 it's the 14 of Brennan Lacey. And the 21st starter is meant to be the 181 car of Jeffrey Kemper. So as they get the Wonder Green signal. $18 drivers. $18 drivers is what separates right now one of these. Who will go to victory lane? We've seen Anthony Morano go to victory lane in the 358 modifieds. Will Dylan Kinsey, can he go one better from the second place finish in that main event? Can he go one better in the big blocks? Will Kurt Schatzer, will he go two better? Let's find out. It's time to go racing. Catalytic Recovery, Big Block Modifieds, USA International Speedway, Gambler Motorsports, Thursday Night Thunder. Let's get dirty for 30. Isaac Salas, Solwood, look out, keep an eye on Harold Clump as well from that outside of the front row. See what he can do after picking up the win in heat race number 2. Zach Chapman goes down to the inside already, down into turn number 3. We look to complete the opening lap, and it's going to be Salas, Schatzer, and Harold Clump at a 1, 2, and 3. Chapman, look out, Butterfield. Morano, they saved it. Templeton and Wentz backed out of it. They've seen that all unfold in front of them. So a little scary moment for the likes of Butterfield, Morano, and Zach Chapman. They're on the second lap. Meanwhile, Harold Clump now coming up to Kurt Schatzer down the front straightaway. Oh, where do you want to look here at USA? Butterfield getting into the back of the 72 car of Zach Chapman, but Butterfield backed out of it. And now due to that one, because he backed out of it, that allowed the 32 car of Anthony Morano to slide his way to position number 5. Isaac Salas still the race leader, watching Butterfield on screen in the black and pink number 93 machine. He's got the 32 of Anthony Morano down to the inside, down into turn number 1 and 2. Then you're looking at the 31 of Brandon Templeton. Templeton just falling out of picture right now, watching Morano and Butterfield again continue their battle on for positions number 5 and 6. Meanwhile, just in front of them, Zach Chapman closing on the back of the 76 machine of Harold Clump, who holds on to a podium position. Chapman drifts it up all the way to the concrete wall, tries it back down through the middle of the racetrack, and oh boy, there was some contact there at the midway point of the back straightaway, but we are yellow. field. Waiting behind the safety car, the Steve King Foundation safety car, still sitting on 2 to green. Field is doubled up. We do have, looks like Blake Chapman back in the pits. Back to the wing here at USA by Zach Salas, getting the jump on the field. 3 wide, down into 1 and 2 we go. Bonneville, Zach Chapman, oh boy, look out! Kelly Wheeler around. I think Chapman's going to get all them spots back too, by the way. All right, still under the yellow flag conditions here. Oh, look at that, and how good that for Zach Chapman. Got a little bit lucky there on that one. Again, this field back into rows of 2. Coming back to green. Again, it's going to be Salas leading the way. And again, we continue to put more laps in at USA. Oh boy, Chapman! Look out, Zach Chapman, Jason Butterfield. Brandon Templeton upside down. It is the parking lot. It's a scrap yard in turn number 1. Oh boy. Chapman just caught the wall. And from there, it was all chaos ensuing from behind them. They just had literally nowhere to go. 5, 6, maybe 7 cars involved in that one. Can these drivers, can they find their way back to the front? Boys, we're really going to shake things up right around the mid-pack. Back to green, here we go. Salas continuing to lead the way right now. Salas, Schatzer, it'll be 10 down. 20 to go. So just fixing something up on the back end of things. Do apologise about this one, but I tell you what, Jeffrey Barker, well, he's got himself stuck in a huge battle right now. Right, now, should be back. Fix, ready to go. Barker, Raomi, Wheeler. Salah still leading the way with 17 to go. Barker still trying to put the move there on Wheeler. That's your battle for 9th and 10th position. Half a second for your race leader. Isaac Sellers over Kurt Schatzer. Just looking at the time screen. Schatzer, Morano finishing first and third in the 358 modified. Meanwhile, Dylan Kinsey, who was the man to wrap up that top 3 podium, finishing in 2nd spot, finding himself battling with Brandon Templeton for 11th and 12th position. across the nose of the 31 car of Templeton. Templeton done well to back out of it. Templeton now moves to the top 10, but Barker quickly wants to take that position back. Meanwhile, challenge is on for the race. In fact, new race leader of Kurt Schatzer. He has got it at the line. And boy, we're still not done with just yet, because who knows who is going to go to victory lane. We are less than half race distance away from finding that one out. Schatzer, who finished third in the 258 modified main event, looking to go 2 spots better in the B blocks. He's got Isaac Salas, although Schatzer opens up the door for Salas inside turn number 1 and 2, and Salas took it but couldn't complete that pass down the back straight away. Schatzer again will protect that inside line. Did he catch the concrete wall there? Boy, if we did, or if we didn't, must have been very close. Take a look on board right now. Oh, but Isaac Salas, who looks at the back bumper of the 218 machine. Just listen to how much throttle control these guys have to have, and look at how bumpy the track is down the straightaways. Boy, it is very difficult right now for these drivers, and again on board. Watching out the back of Kurt Schatzer. Oh, Salas into the wall. We will go yellow. Isaac Salas, who are riding on board with him. We switched to look out the back of the 218 machine, and just like that, bouncing the way down the back straightaway, bouncing into the concrete guardrail. He goes back to the pits, and his night is done. Just when you thought things couldn't get any better up front, unfortunately for Isaac Salas, he will be out and credited with what should be a 15th, even a 16th place finish in Joseph Musso. In fact, is still on the racetrack, so once we complete another lap, he will in fact go to 15th. Musso Salas will go back to 16th. So, well, 2 of the top 3 drivers from the 358 main event are right now running 1 and 2. Now putting Harold Klump, who, mind you, got a little bit lucky there in heat race number 2. He's now finding himself restarting in that 3rd position on the raceway. Again, lights are out. Steve King Foundation safety car, also the iRacing.com official pace car. Schatzer, Morano, Klump, Vecchio, and Wentz. Your top 5 drivers at this one. 2/3 of the race is complete. 20 down once we go back to green and the drivers go past the start-finish line, which means we have just 10 laps left to run. Who will take out the catalytic recovery? B block modified main event will be Schatzer. Will he go 2 spots better than the 358 modified main event, or will Anthony Morano, will he double up on wins here at USA International Speedway? Only time is gonna tell on that one, and right now Schatzer looks to be the stronger of those 2 there on that restart. And they have got a good gap back to 3rd place driver of Harold Klump, who's got Michael Vecchio, Logan Wentz, Scott Ryomi, Brandon Templeton, Kelly Wheeler, and then Brandon Templeton. Then you go back to Dylan Kinsey and Knight. Jason Butterfield rounds out the top 10. Parker, Blake Chapman, Landis, DeGood, And then Musa, your top 15 with Salas out of the event, along with Bardsley and Zach Chapman. Wheeler to the inside on Templeton, down into turn number 3. Ryomi's about to be the meat in the sandwich right now, almost 3 wide, but here comes Templeton to the outside, and Brandon Templeton, he's found a lane that is really starting to pick up some speed and momentum. Vecchio just going to take that speed away from the 31 car. Must be difficult for these drivers, especially on the front straightaway. Keep an eye, just watch their cars as they bounce down the front stretch. Look at them, bouncy, 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 out the front straightaway. Schatzer still 3/10 of a second over Morano. Vecchio slides up, Templeton trying to turn it underneath it off the exit of turn number 2. They made a little bit of contact in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. And now Wheeler trying the inside there on Kelly Wheeler on Scott Ryomi. Templeton again still trying to work by the 007 machine of Michael Vecchio. Vecchio enters mid-truck, he'll slide, not so much all the way up. He left the lane for Brandon Templeton to the outside, and Brandon Templeton sweeping around into position number 5, but Vecchio trying to come back at him down into turn number 3. Templeton has got it. Brandon Templeton, one of the fastest cars on the racetrack at the moment. Of course, other than your race leader of Anthony Morano at 22.667, who's got the lead, mind you, over Kurt Schatzer. Schatzer was half a second slower there on the previous lap, so not sure what's gone on with the 218 machine. Logan Wentz trying to close in on Harold Clump in the 76. Clump looks solid in 3rd position right now, but with just 3 laps left to run. With 3 to run, it is the 32 car of Anthony Morano looking to go back to back here for wins in modified competition on Gambler Motorsports. Thursday Night Thunder. Oh boy, getting close was Schatzer there to the left rear of Morano, and down to the inside again. They were side by side in the middle of turn number 1 and 2, off for turn number 2, and it's out to 3/10 of a second. Here on the penultimate lap, Schatzer once again diving down to the inside. Has he got something here in the final stages? Coming to the final lap of this A-main. Anthony Morano is 4 turns away from victory lane once again. The white flag. We race it out to the start-finish line. Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Fall Season Week number 8 backstretch for the final time. The Catalytic Recovery Big Block Modified main event winner off for turn number 4 is going to be the 32 of Anthony Morano. Kurt Schatzer will come in. What a way to finish us up here from the USA International Speedway. Let's take a look at your official results coming up on screen. Anthony Morano will get the win over Kurt Schatzer. Harold Clump, that'll be your podium. Logan Wentz, Brandon Templeton will round out your top 5. Michael Vecchio in 6th, Dylan Kinsey 7th, Jeffrey Barker 8th, Kelly Wheeler 9th, 10th is going to be Blake Chapman. 11th, Terry Landis, 12th, Scott Ryomi, Bob DeGood 13th, Jason Butterfield 14th, Alaska on the lead lap, Joseph Musso 1 lap down in 15th, and then these drivers from on back, 16th on back, Isaac Salas in 16th, 17th, Zachary Bardsley, and in 18th was Zach Chapman. Brendan Lacey did not make the call, so he will be credited with a 20th place finish, and it doesn't really matter for the rest of the drivers. But that is Big Block Modified, done and dusted. We'll wait for the top 3. In fact, let's bring in 3rd place right now. It's the 76th machine of Harold Clump. Harold, probably in the booth, got a copy? Just got some technical issues here with the driver of the 76 machine.
You there?
Yes, sir. Hey, buddy, well done on 3rd place. And well, I guess you can put this back down to the heat race number 2 victory, and well, you come home 3rd place in this one. You must be chuffed about this one.
Hey, I'm as surprised as you are. But yeah, I was hoping for a repeat of the heat race, but I didn't think those two were going to do that. So hey, I'll gladly take third.
Let's quickly, before we get back into this main event topic, let's go back to that heat race, because the first, like, 5 or 6 laps, you were running in 5th position, and all of a sudden you come off turn 4 and you get there. And what goes through your mind there on what that crazy finish to that heat race?
I was actually just going to ride around the back because the first couple laps I got pushed around. So I figured, worst I can start is 10th in the feature. And then I'm coming around for the final turn there, and I'm like, okay, what just happened? But sometimes it's going to be good to be lucky.
Well, now let's go talk about this main event. The straights. It looked bumpy as all hell on the front straight. What is it like to try and keep the car straight, but also that throttle control you've got to have in these big blocks while the car is bouncing around like this on the straightaways?
Yeah, it's bouncing pretty good. You want to kick out to the wall all the time, but throttle control helps. And thankfully, I looked back in my mirror, and the guys were back a little bit, so I backed off a little bit more.
Hal, I'll tell you what, congratulations on this 3rd place finish. We'll let you thank everybody involved on this 76 car sponsor. Shouts, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes this happen for you?
Zito Speed and Performance, who builds the real-life motors, and Mount Bethel Diner, and the wife for letting me do this crazy thing here.
Harold, congratulations on 3rd, buddy. We'll see you back next week.
Hey, thank you very much.
Harold Club home in 3rd place. Home in 2nd place tonight, it will be the 218 machine of Kurt Schatzer. Kurt, congratulations on the runner-up finish, and well, another podium here at USA, this time in the big block modifieds. You led for a good part of that main event, but unfortunately 2nd place is going to have to do tonight.
Yeah, Brett, I'm kicking myself on that one. I thought I might have had the car to beat there. I mean, Anthony, he was quick, but I thought if I just hit my marks, he wouldn't have been able to get around me. And then just coming off of 2, I was just going over them bumps and just hitting the red line and started spinning. And he just walked right on by me. But I got to congratulate him on that good run.
I was just saying to Harold there, I mean, these bumps on the straightaways and then even getting down into the turns, it must be very difficult not to do exactly what you did and just spin the wheels, hit the limiter with the RPMs. What's it like trying to put not only each lap but to put 30 consistent laps to be up the front each and every week.
Oh yeah, Brett, this track's pretty cool. I mean, I like the track a lot. It gets pretty bumpy getting through 1 and 2, and it's definitely a workout on the arms. And the straightaway can get kind of bumpy too, and hell, I thought I was going to blow the motor there for a little bit for as many times as it was hitting that red limiter coming off. And 3 and 4, it seems like it picks up a little rubber down around the bottom, and if you can just kind of get it slowed down and hook that bottom, you can make some time up down there. But I don't know what to say. I'm still kicking myself on letting that one get away.
Well, hopefully you don't think about it too long, because, well, next week we'll all change where we go to. Let me just check, actually. I did have it up before. I seem to have lost my mouse. Here we go. Week number 9, we travel to Kern County. We go from the biggest dirt track on the service to one of the smaller tracks. How do you feel going into the newest track we have on the service?
To tell you the truth, I'm not really a fan of that track too much. So I've been having a little bit of computer issues lately with some freezing up issues. I've just been happy to get things straightened away and have some decent runs here lately. And I don't know, I might take that night off.
Kurt, tell you what, congratulations on this 2nd place finish here tonight at USA, the Catalytic Recovery Big Block Modifieds. We'll let you thank everybody involved on this 218 machine one more time.
Yeah, I thank Jay with Dirt Track Bank and everything they do to help racers all around the country in different racing series. Got Your 6 Racing Network with Friday Night Lights. Anybody looking for an extra league to run on Friday nights, come check us out. We're getting some huge car counts over there, and the boys on the race team, Hammer Down Racing, Brandon Templeton, Brian Dickens, and Joe Halter. I got to thank M9 Performance with the sprint setups there. They really got us dialed in over there. And you coming out and doing the broadcast, and Coast to Coast for giving us a place to race.
Kurt, well done on the win. Hopefully we see you next week at Kern.
Thank you, sir.
Kurt Schatzer home in 2nd spot. Home in 1st place tonight, once again driving the 32 machine, is Anthony Morano. Anthony, congratulations on back-to-back victories here. And Boy, what a race that was. You get the race lead and, well, you never look back and you pick up another famous victory here at USA. You must be pumped to go back-to-back.
Absolutely, man. That's what, big block last week, small block tonight, and big block. Well, cloud nine.
Essentially, your last 3 races that I've covered, you found victory lane. What's been the key so far over the past couple of weeks to find that level of consistency?
Throttle control. We've been running on some slick surfaces, especially with the big blocks. So it's been a lot of definitely remember not to put your foot to the floorboard when you're bouncing and sliding around.
Well, you got by Kurt there. I think it was about 6 or 7 to go, and from there, what was going through your mind? Because Kurt said that he was just trying not to spin the tires, and he done that several times in turns 1 and 2 as he was trying to get through the bumps. He said you got on by him, and it was his race to try and come back and take the win. But what was it like in that moment to get around the outside of Kurt and then just drive away from the field?
It was definitely that's how I got around Kurt. I was following for a few laps and I was seeing how he was bouncing around in the straightaways. So when I got a good run out of 2 and I just dropped down the line, and for some reason it wasn't a motocross track, so I just put my foot to the floor and threw that slider into 3. But that's all it was. You hit those bumps the wrong way, you start spinning the tires, you lose ground, momentum catches up, and then I screwed up once and Kurt reeled me right back in, and I was like, that's not going to end well. But again, running through the slick, it's all throttle control. It's tough, but you got to learn it to do it.
Well, Anthony, congratulations on back-to-back victories, basically back-to-back-to-back victories, I should say, picking up the last 3 feature wins that I've seen here with the Coast to Coast Racing League. But Thursday night, Thunder Gambler Motorsports Catalytic Recovery Big Block Modified main event here at the USA International Speedway. Anthony, before we let you go, we'll have one final say, and we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 32 car.
I got to thank my wife, Sherry, my teammates at Full Throttle Motorsports, Dean Super Dirt Car, Logan at High Mom Lens, DJ Sim Shop, GripHack.com, Swan Speed Shop, Brett, you for doing a broadcast, and everyone at Coast to Coast.
Anthony Morano home in first place here at the USA International Speedway. And, well, the dirt side is done, and it's now time to send it over to the asphalt side with the NASCAR Next Gen Cups cars. We'll bring in Travis Pearsfield. Travis, how you feeling on this Thursday night?
Feeling great, and the cars are out on the track here at Homestead, Miami tonight. We got Joe Canellis, Connor Ross, Zach Chapman atop the charts. So, Brett, should be another exciting night of asphalt racing here coming from Miami up next.
All right, well, with that being said, we are going to take a quick break here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. For Ultimate Dirt TV, we will say goodbye for now, but the Coast to Coast Racing Network is still going to be live with this Thursday Night Thunder and Gambler Motorsports with the NASCAR Next Gen Cup cars from Homestead Miami. We'll take a quick break and come back on the other side of this with the NASCARs.